Hey, it's Make Sense Mary at Live Hip Hop Daily here in Atlanta with Will Hustle.
What it do, man? Will ATX representative.
Yes. What's going on?
Oh, man, just, loving life, man.
Yeah, of course.
Everything's good.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be here in Atlanta and have this opportunity to talk to you.
Is this your first time in Atlanta?
No, I've been to Atlanta a couple of times, but I've never really stayed and got to enjoy it. I've kind of been on a mission or just kind of been through, So I'm excited to see what's going on.
I'm a hell of a tour guide.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. That's some fun.
Awesome. Yeah. So we met in San Antonio.
Yeah, I love San Antonio, countdown city, man. I love the 210, baby.
Yeah. I'm loving it myself. So I haven't been there long, and I know you're originally from New York, but Texas is your
I grew up in Austin.
You grew up in Texas, exactly.
Too.
Exactly. Yeah. So what's up with everybody keeps talking about different events and stuff that happen in Texas, and what's South by Southwest? What's going on with that?
South by Southwest is a music festival. It really started out as a rock thing, and hip hop is taking over.
Nice.
So it's you never know who you're gonna see at South by Southwest. Diddy, I seen Lady Gaga. I remember one time I saw Puff Daddy was performing at the Fader 40. He was a surprise guest. And I was working at this club, and I was like, man, I'm sorry I'm late. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Diddy, and I thought I was I seen something. I'm I never seen Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I look up to Diddy, and he's like, nigga, I just saw Kanye West perform at the old power plant. He brought out Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, damn.
So that's the type of concerts. You never know who you're gonna see. I see a lot of legendary concerts, but it's a music festival based on the music business. All different type of people come, from every walk of life is there. It's dope. I always experience it as a business, but I wish I was a fan.
Yeah.
Because it's you literally go 6th Street, it's like a Bourbon Street. So you got a club, they turn parking lots into clubs, and you can go to this club and you see your favorite rock band. You go to this club, see a different rap band.
I keep hearing about 6th Street too, and I haven't been. I haven't been. I got so much exploring to do or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
But like you said, I'm sure it's most of the time when you're at events like that, you're on a mission, you're there with a purpose.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So I know you've been actually doing what we're doing right now, but on flipped. I know you've been doing interviews and
definitely.
Stuff like that for a really long time. So being that I'm kind of an up and coming interviewer, we'll call it. What kind of tips can you give me and tell me a little bit about just
I just do research.
How you started and how you got to this point.
As far as tips, I just do research, and then one thing one of my cheat codes is if I interview somebody, I like to talk to them and hang out with them first. Yeah. Because I might get an interview. One of my favorite moments is my boy Danny. Shout out to my boy Danny from World Star. Danny Ambrose, baby. And anyway, so we were Freeway Ricky Ross, so he had been on the road with Freeway, and I didn't know Freeway Ricky Ross was from Texas. So if I wasn't talking to Danny, I wouldn't have had that question. Right. And so I love it because I was like, I didn't know you was from Texas. And Freeway was he's like, yeah, you know what it is. Texas would go to Cali and take over. So being from Texas and hearing, one of the biggest drug kingpins in the world, say that was dope. But how I got started is just I don't really know how I got started. Well, not to be real. I always like doing interviews, and basically when I started a record label in 1999, Set for Life, and
hold on, let me see.
Set for Life. And see, let me tell you something about this logo. It's crazy, how so ahead of my time, right? I did this in 1999, right? Right. And I was market wise, I said we gonna have a logo that everybody can already know. Just basically familiar wise. Now look, Young Money is the Yankee sign. Maybach Music is the Maybach. You know what I mean? So many other rappers they did it, and it's I always was just ahead of my time. So awesome. Back to how I got started is so when we started Step for Life. The third record we ever did was a song about Austin, and it went 9 weeks #1 on the radio. So then we dropped another song and it went 3 weeks #1. But when we was back then, wasn't nobody rapping. It was how everybody raps right now. We were the only dude. So then everybody started rapping. I don't know, we motivated people or whatever. Right. So I was man, everybody like me. I like this. I ain't never been no. I don't jack nobody's swag, or I don't copy people's shit. I always create my own lane, right? Yeah. So I was damn, everybody rapping now. What can we do to stand out? And I was man, I'm gonna get this camera, and everybody gonna love the camera. You know what I mean?
You say, you probably did motivate people too to kind of come out of the woodwork and kind of
Yeah, definitely.
Do what they have been wanting to do.
When I saw you, I hadn't really been back to Texas in a while. I probably been gone 5-7 years, and I used to go back just for South by. And then when I started going back, COVID hit. So I hadn't seen anybody, right? So it was crazy to like really be in Austin or whatever and see the evolution of so many people I put on in the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, shout out to all my homies and everybody in ATX, even in San Antonio. Like, one guy I remember in San Antonio play, he's a promoter now, but he was a hype man. Yeah. So to watch, like I remember when Plays didn't start, now he's doing big concerts and stuff like that. So it was dope to see so many people I put in the game. I ain't put Play in the game, I won't take that for him, but like in Austin, that I put in the game and doing major shit right now.
That's awesome. So on that note, like I know you know a lot of people. I know you go to a lot of parties. So like, have you been to any recently, like that just kind of stood out, or like? Tell me what's happening here in Atlanta. We talked about Texas a lot, but what's going on here?
Man, the culture in Atlanta is dope. That's what made me move here. I love the culture of Atlanta, the urban culture. It's perfect. Like, you know, we're in Texas. I'm a minority here. We're the majority. You know what I mean? So there's so much to do. But like last night, 2 Chainz had a 70s party.
Oh, nice.
And it was like, it was dope because it was a lot of celebrities there, but it was like he really did a party for the fans.
And it was like a costume party?
It was costumes. He had chicks on buses, dancing, I mean, everything. Like, it was dope. They were giving out pre-rolls. They had like little photo booths, and it was like a whole just 70s theme and mushrooms. It was on some trippy stuff too. You know, yeah, it was dope. But that's what I love about Atlanta is like being able to, like, you know how you go to a party and you see like people post and it would be celebrity. I don't even know who it was. Like I can't even think some of these like Instagram. They're not even famous for nothing. They just Instagram models. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
That's crazy though. But it's like they are famous. Like they're not famous, but they are famous. But everybody knows who they are. Like,
and I'm not knocking them, and I salute them because they get money. They got boutiques and online. Like, they were really doing some dope stuff. But when you be at these parties in Atlanta, it's like you be at these parties and it's like all these famous people and everybody's just hanging out having a good time. Like Mulatto threw I think it was like a Great Gatsby party. So everybody was like, you know, like 50 games. But you know, everybody you could think of in there, YF and Lucci's in there, all the Instagram models. I remember I'm filming, right? And like everybody started taking pictures of this one girl and I was like, who is she? That's like, it's a little baby's girlfriend. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep up with that stuff like that. But it's just dope being at the parties with them and everybody just hanging out. I think that's why a lot of celebrities like Atlanta, because we could just really just kick it. You know what I mean? Like with the people, and ain't nobody really like no paparazzi, like, you know what I'm saying, TMZ type of shit going on. Like, we just really hanging out.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's yeah, definitely a lot going on. Definitely a lot of celebrities. Definitely, you know, a lot in Atlanta, period. But compared to like LA, for example, like you said, it's not that, or Hollywood, I would assume. You know, it's not. It's more chill.
More chill, definitely more chill. Yeah, it's like you can really just hang out. But Atlanta's changed a lot. Like now, everybody thinks they're a celebrity. You got like celebrity car washers, celebrity. Like everybody thinks they're entitled. I wash T.I.'s car, so I'm a celebrity car wash. That's for real. Like, you know, back in the day, like people feeling really entitled now. There's a lot of people that came to Atlanta, but like the core, like the original Atlanta people, I love it, man. It's a good down home feel in Atlanta.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. We talked about it a little bit already before we started, but to kind of, you know, get a little serious real quick. So I told you that I just got to Texas, so I was in Richmond, Virginia. You've been here in Atlanta, and you know there were a lot of riots and stuff. We were kind of talking about that earlier. So as you know, I like to talk about mental health, so I figured we can kind of tie all of this together, right? So definitely. When everything was going on, like, tell me what you saw, how you felt, and like what you did to kind of maintain your mental while so much was going on around you. Like, there was a lot going on, and I'll give you a little piece of my experience as well.
My mental, it was a good woo. So I'm from Austin, Texas, and every month or 2 months before Juneteenth, a black or Hispanic gets killed by the police. You know what I mean? Since I was a little, I didn't know that. I used to do speeches out there. And I told them I didn't know George Floyd, I didn't know Trayvon Martin, nigga, but I know real people who been killed by the police or shot. You know what I mean? So just to be able to talk it out, nigga, if you see me, like, I was in them pigs' faces, nigga, fuck you, woo, 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 woo. So it was dope to let that aggression out. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew they couldn't do a bitch ass thing to me. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up. So what I learned from everything, is I'm looking in the camera with this one. black 99% of black leaders organizations are pussy ass hoe ass motherfuckers, and they really not doing shit for the people. They paid off. And so I seen a bunch of lame ass motherfuckers out there that really want doing shit for the people. Like, we need to be focused on mental health. There's real issues in the black community, and they not doing shit. You know what I mean? That's what I discovered.
Yeah, and they're making it worse. You know,
they're making it worse.
And
well, we've been failed by. I'm real passionate about it. So we've been failed by our leaders, dog. Like, we just celebrated 50 year anniversary of the March on Washington. Like, we like 52 now. What, we ain't moved forward nowhere, right? What are we doing? We still getting shot by the police. We still, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still the same.
And I think
shit.
people fail to realize that. Like, they think, you know, things are better,
but that's
and there's just shit going on, and it's like it's always been going on too, but now with the social media and everybody having their phone and shit like that, like it's in our face even more, which almost makes it even more fucked up, because like you said, what are we still really doing about it to move forward when it's happening?
And closing on that issue, like, I think that when we I didn't even know the CNN Center thing was gonna happen. Like, I didn't even know they were protesting.
Yeah, and, KP was actually talking about that on our way here when we had passed.
Yeah, so basically, my little brother, I was cleaning out my car. I just bought a bunch of new camera equipment and shit. I got a new car actually. And my brother, he thought I was going down there, and I was like, nah, it was crazy. It's on my Facebook. And my brother's like, you going down to the rally? I was like, there's a rally? And I was like, nigga, I was like I left then. But it was so funny because he was like, it's at the CNN Center. And I was like, what if we tore up the CNN Center? That'd be a motherfucking statement. I am not thinking that this shit was really finna happen, right? So I get down there, bam. I get down there, and the CNN Center went barricaded off. It was like, anybody listen, I was gonna get incriminated myself with this shit because I ain't know this is just happening, right? Oh, so I had a U-turn. I was like, we're gonna tear this motherfucker up tonight, not knowing, bro, what I was getting myself into, right? So I had told myself, like, anybody that knows me in the rap game, like when I'm around even if I don't know a celebrity, I'm gonna push up on you. Like, I'm following you, you know, I'm gonna introduce myself to the security, so I'm gonna do the same shit with the revolution. So I got front and center, you know what I'm saying, of the rally. They doing a rally, and I had all these black leaders out here speaking and talking and stuff like that, right? And so I'm front and center, but it was like a war zone, bro. Like, people are running, they're tear gassing us. Like, it was like a real war zone, right?
It was wild.
So look, the shit was over. I'm sorry, the shit was over with, right? No, the rally was over with. They was like, the rally is over. Stay in groups. Go this way. Don't go that way. Nigga, I went that way.
Of course.
I went that way, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? You feel what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, whoa. So this shit started getting live, right? Shit started getting live. So then they started barricading. They tried to trap us in this shit, right? So we sitting there, they throwing bricks. Bah! Every time a brick hit the CNN Center, the crowd go, ah, right? Right? So then nigga Atlanta lit. So then we be rising, then niggas breaking the ATL, hold the whole crowd. ATL like a party, ATL, we go to rallies and right, so bam, they keep throwing it, bow, bow. So then this one dude jumps on top of the fucking CNN Center, right? This is the best. In San Antonio, I know it's gonna be a bunch of San Antonio people watching this, right? This is my favorite part of this, right? So one dude jumps on top of the CNN Center. This nigga, he had a fucking noose tattooed on his neck, right? So bam, he gets up there, the crowd goes crazy, right? ATL, ho, ATL, ho, right? You know what I'm saying? So then bam, then this other dude gets up there. He got the Black Lives Matter, right? He goes, drop, but the whole time they're like, take it to the cars. Somebody, take it to the car. Cause all the cop cars right there, right? So bam. So then there's two niggas up there at the CNN Center. Then this Mexican gets up there, right? And he waves the Mexican flag. Oh, I never heard a roar like that in my the crowd went crazy, right? So then look. This white couple stood up on these two little podiums, right? And they had a fucking American flag that said, "Stop killing black people," and they burnt that bitch.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, so I got a documentary saying this plug about this, right? Wild. So what happened was the cops weren't fucking with us, right? And so in my documentary, it shows there was two white cops, right? What happened was, you know, this is America. They, you know, the real that came out of them. So they started pushing the motherfuckers, and when they pushed, bro. Nigga, we pushed back. I didn't do anything. I was filming. You know what I'm saying? I was filming.
To be clear.
And when it was done, go to my Instagram page, scroll down, nigga. I'm telling my nigga, all the cop cars was on fire. Like niggas was burning shit up, like nigga this shit. And then I thought it was over with. I called my mom, right? I was like, Mom, Dad had to see this. And she's like, my crazy ass son, you know what I'm saying? She's like, what the fuck? Like, and it was really, bro, like really a couple months ago, I sat and watched all the CNN shit from the news. Yeah. And I was like, wow. Like I was part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like then they had got banned, like the whole college. I'm gonna drive you by the College Football Hall of Fame. I thought, I was finna leave. My homie was like, nah, bro, they still down there. Nigga, I came back, the whole college football club, niggas was looting. Nigga, it was a motherfucking a Starbucks across the street. Niggas jumped up there, tore the Starbucks sign down. Yeah. And then everybody was like, Lennox at 10. Right? Everybody's like, Lennox. I get the Lennox Mall, nigga, they fucking, that shit's on fire, nigga. The cops coming through, we throwing rocks at them. I'm filming now. I'm filming. I'm doing nothing but fucking filming. Just filming. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing nothing but filming. But it was like, but like I said, man, in closing, me being from Austin, Texas, like my homeboy Pickle, man, you know what I'm saying? Justice for Lawrence Parrish. He got into an incident with a family member. He had an AK-47 supposedly, you know. So the cops came to a call, black man on the loose with AK-47. So my homeboy opens up the door, and these niggas shoot my homeboy like 52 times. He missing this finger, he got shot in the face. And so I got a document on that. Justice for Lawrence Parrish, right? You know what I'm saying? My nigga told my bro, like, I ain't seen him. So that's the crazy part about it, right? So the news report is, black man with AK-47 shoots at police. 4 days later, the news reports, well, there's 52 rounds at this black man. Where the rounds at him? Oh, well, he didn't shoot at us. Another 4 days later.
The stories always switch up, too.
He didn't have a gun. Then my nigga sat in jail, right, for a year and a half while the good cops fought against the bad cops, because the bad cops was trying to get the good cops to basically say their side, and the good cops wouldn't fold. So my nigga sat in jail after being shot. So when I was out there for a reason, dog. You know, and it's a lot of good. I'm not gonna speak about too much what I got with the movement going on, but the real revolution is an economic revolution. And that's what we on right now. We finna get this money. We will hustle. You know what I'm saying?
And we could talk about this all day. Hell yeah.
Money, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is to be continued. For sure. To be continued, because I feel like we could talk about so much more. But okay, we know where we can find you and stuff, but tell us where we can find you just in case they don't.
WillsonTV.com, WillsonTV on Instagram. It is what it is, man. I'm out here in Atlanta. You need to push on your music, your business, whatever, man. We get you hot. That's what we do, man. We in the mix, man. Make sure you have a good time, man. Shout out to Stop Playing Studio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole Deuce Don. Let me tell you one thing about San Antonio. I did not know. San Antonio was one of the first cities I found I was famous. Because you understand, that's my slogan. So my DVDs was popping like in the 2000s. So I went viral in the streets before the internet. You see what I'm saying? Like, so basically, with that being said, the first time like I was outside of my city and like people knew me was San Antonio, and San Antonio always supported me. So
yeah, San Antonio seems. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But very supportive. They are, man. Very supportive. Like I said, I'm new there, but you know, it seems like it is.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what's up. But yeah, you have to do it too. So don't think that you're special. You know who this is. This is Icy. Stop Playing. He's cold. I'm MiMsM. Meow. Repeat after me. Hold this guy. He's the only penguin that can fly. Hold that guy. All right. Repeat after me. Meow, 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 meow.
Roof, roof. I stole that shit.
What?
I stole that shit.
It's gonna catch
on. Roof, motherfucker. Hey,
all right, y'all. Well, hustle. Until next time, we are out. Peace for now.
All right, 1,000.